Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to continue our lesson with Naxal movement topic. As we have already completed the Naxal movement in the previous class, the term Naxalite comes from Naxalbari, that is a small village in West Bengal, in which there was a section of Communist Party of India were led by Kanu Sanyal and Jungle Santhal, initiated with a violent uprising in 1967. On 18th May, the Siliguri Kisan Sabha declared its support for the movement to adopt armed struggle to redistribute land to the landless farmers. The peasants and farmers, after the constitution, after the rehabilitation of all the refugees, they were facing a huge problem. That was the settlement problem, in which they did not get the proper areas, the proper land facilities to live, survive, and to live their proper way. When a police team arrived to arrest the peasant leader, it was ambushed by a group of tribals led by Jungle Sandhal. In this encounter, a police inspector was killed. This was a reason for the starting of the Naxalite movement, a type of memento. The origin had taken the shape for the starting of the Naxalite movement. The party was in a coalition government in West Bengal, but party did not approve the armed uprising. Naturally, all the leaders and a number of Calcutta sympathizers were expelled from the party. The Naxalite movement in India is a guerrilla insurgency which was led by a group of the left radicals. Now, the conflict which can be traced was in the failure of the Indian government to implement the provisions of the 5th and the 9th schedules of the Indian Constitution. The 5th schedule states that all the forest reserves and lands that are inhabited by the scheduled tribes are to be administered by the tribal advisory councils independent of the state government. But there was no state which had ever implemented with the tribal advisory councils, and there was never a legislation body properly implemented or enacted. In the 9th schedule of the constitution, which passed a series of land legislation, it was declared that there was a concentration of land among a few rich upper castes of the country. It was imposed that a limit of the land was there declared in the constitution, but the implementation, the following, was not in a proper order. So there were certain government measures also to suppress the Naxal movement, as due to the improper functioning of the government, there started the revolt of the Naxalites. And in this, there were certain government measures which had started against the movement. After the failure of the after the Naxalbari movement, the political parties realized the emergence of the new force. At the same time, the government became conscious of the new threat, not only to law and order, but to the very existence of the democratic structure of the country. The central government, as organized with the joint operations by the army and the police in bordering the districts of West Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa, which were particularly affected by the Naxalite movement. The operations were undertaken from July to August with suspected Naxalites. The ammunitions and explosives seized wherever there were possible simultaneous actions taken also. These operations covered Midnapur, Purulia, Bardhaman, Birbhum districts of West Bengal, Dhanbad, Santhal Parganas of Bihar, and others. Thus, it was the operation which was achieved with a desired result, but not to an extent anticipated by the administration. In the meantime, Charu Majumdar was arrested, and few days later he died also, and marked the end of the phase of the Naxalite movement. In this situation, the movement did not die out after Charu Majumdar's death. The Naxal movement again started after the formation of People's War Group. The movement of the Naxalite is still going on in spite of strong measures taken by the government, and factors give rise to Naxalism with the present day to day. Poverty increased, land reforms remained neglected, and unemployment figures were high. So, in this situation, now came the rise of the JP movement. The topic which now you all are going to study is JP movement's origin. What was the main cause of the origin for the rise of the JP movement? In the year 1974, which is very important in the history of India, during this time a movement started in Gujarat known as the Navnirman movement against the Gujarat government. The Navnirman movement ultimately forced the Gujarat government to resign from the power, and similarly a Bihar movement started. Now, in this situation, like a Navnirman movement, political students which all formed with ABVP group under Jansangh Samajwadi Yojana and connected with Samajwadi Party, Lokdal took active participation in this movement. That means all anti-Congress bodies were forming this movement. They had their own ideas, their own resolutions. All the students, federations connected with the CPI was also involved. There were certain main features for the starting of this resolution, or you can see the movement. The opposite parties, excluding Congress, called statewide strike, right, from 1973 had started. This was followed by the police fighting. The capital of Madhya Pradesh, 8 youth students were killed on 17th August 1973 for their participation in the JP movement. On 18th February 1974, at the Patna University Students' Union organized with a convention which invited student leaders from the whole state. They formed Bihar Chhatra Sangh BCSS to spearhead the agitation. Lalu Prasad Yadav was chosen the president. Their demands were related to the education. And in those times it was going on. There was a course of the movement under BCSS called for the legislative assemblies where during the budget session of the march was going on. They blocked all the roads as a mark of revenge of this budget session and to stop the improper order which was going on in the government measures. The chief minister, the which the actions were actually going on, which convinced the students, would look after into the matter under Abdul Ghaffur. But the student at the college and universities kept protesting. There were students who died also in police fighting. This provoked students across Bihar. BCSS declared statewide strike on 23rd March. Meanwhile, JP visited Gujarat to witness Navnirman movement. On 1st April 1974, Indira Gandhi attacked JP for demanding outcast of elected government. A silent student procession of 10,000 was held in Patna. On 12th April 1974, 12 agitators died in police fighting at Gaya, and they thus made government measures and programs just demoralized. The students strongly demanded the dissolution of Bihar Legislative Assembly. The students demanded the dissolution, and people organization kept demanding dissolution of Bihar Assembly and tried to force resignation. JP now told the people at Patna rally to organize protest at Bihar Legislative Assembly. He also advocated a program of social transformation by participation of the youth in social activities. He called in total revolution, protest and closure of the colleges, universities, and continued. Now they appeal to the students to boycott examinations with number of students. There was certain movement also which had now started demanding resignation of the different MLAs who were not supporting the Congress now at the massive gathering. Now JP appealed to the people to outcast Congress government of Indira Gandhi. Mrs. Indira Gandhi decided to drag this conflict election arena, and she did not want to dissolve the Bihar Assembly. But JP now realized the importance of a democratic way of revolting or revoluting against the norms and resolutions which were now going on, the situation. So he appealed to the opposition parties, which finally led to the formation of the Janata Party. JP now started traveling all across the country for strengthening the uniting oppositions now. The parties to defeat the Congress, the elections in Gujarat was delayed under Morarji Desai. You can underline it. The elections in Gujarat which was delayed and was went to under hunger strike demanding election. Underline it. This election was held on 12th June 1975, in which Congress lost. The same day, Allahabad High Court declared Indira Gandhi's election to Lok Sabha as void on the grounds of electoral malpractice. So High Court then and there ordered to remove her from the seat in the parliament and banned her from the election for 6 years. But Indira Gandhi ignored the order and moved to the Supreme Court. JP opposed her move in his letter to Indira Gandhi and called her to resign. Indira Gandhi imposed nationwide emergency, and on 9th of 25th June 1975, to safeguard her position, and opposition leaders like Kripalani, Morarji Desai, Raj Narayan, Charan Singh, and others, all opposition political organizations, were arrested under the emergency orders given by the Prime Minister. In this emergency order, Prime Minister has the full power, financial, law and order, all the orders and powers are in the hands of the Prime Minister. So it was fully used, the emergency period, to the demoralizing these anti-Congress parties. So there was certain impact after Indira Gandhi revoked in the emergency on 21st March 1977 announced the election. It was under JP's guidance that Janata Party was formed with the 4 opposition parties, the Congress O, the Jan Sangh, the Bharatiya Lokdal and Socialist Party. Janata Party was then voted into power and became the first non-Congress party to form the government at the center. Now, in this situation, the emergency era which started, what was this emergency period, how it started, and what was the reason behind the adoption of this emergency? The student of Bihar who started the movement, we all read now the lesson 1974, which was against the soaring prices, black marketing, and the improper working of the government orders. So, in this situation, the student organized Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad (ABVP), connected with Janasangh, Samajwadi Yojana Sabha connected with Samajwadi Party, Lokdal and All India Student Federation connected with CPI joined the movement. The students of Patna University and colleges formed Bihar Chhatra Samiti to spearhead the movement. Hence, in this situation, BCS is what it has taken the step mainly to attack the budget session, because budget was the final order which was given by the government. Hence, they stopped the main budget session procedure and to implant it in a new way, in a proper order with their own demands. Thus, he called it as the total revolution. In the meantime, Indira Gandhi attacked JP for demanding the dissolution of an elected government at a massive gathering at Patna. JP now gave a call to outcast the central government under Indira Gandhi. He then travelled all over India urging the opposition parties to defeat Congress. Indira Gandhi dragged the conflict to the election arena. An election was held on 10th June and result was declared on 12th June in 1975, in which Congress lost. Raj Narayan, a socialist leader who was recently defeated by Indira Gandhi constituency of UP as a socialist leader, submitted to the Allahabad High Court the charges of corruption in the election procedure against Mrs. Indira to Allahabad High Court charges, and thus it was thus taken as electoral malpractice. Mrs. Gandhi rejected the call to resign and decided to appeal to Supreme Court. JP opposed such move of Indira Gandhi now. In this situation, it was a clear situation in the emergency period. Before that, the JP and Indira Gandhi had a virtual total conflict over their ideas and issues. So, Mrs. Gandhi then imposed a nationwide emergency on 25th June 1975 to safeguard her position. There was suspension on the democratic orders also. JP, all opposition leaders and dissenting members of her own party were immediately arrested. JP was kept as a detainee in Chandigarh. The emergency orders, which were bestowed upon Prime Minister, and the authority to rule by decree, allowing elections to be suspended and civil liberties to be curbed. Press was put under censorship. Several other atrocities were reported, including forced mass sterilization, where mass sterilization campaign was started under the son of Indira Gandhi. Sanjay Gandhi now, the Prime Minister's son, administration was used with the police force, and thus there were many eminent leaders who were arrested. The organization like Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh and the Jamaat Islami, along with other political parties, were banned. So, what was now the main result, the main criticism for this emergency period? The detention of the police without the charge of notification with the legal formalities. According to this, 1,40,000 people had been arrested without a trial during the month of Indira Gandhi's emergency. Abuse and torture of the detainees and the political prisoners were done. Use of public and private institutions of government propaganda, forced sterilization, which was really a pathetic situation taken as, destruction of slum, low income housing, large scale illegal enactment of the laws were given. Mrs. Indira Gandhi revoked with an emergency on 21st March. What was the impact? What was the result of this emergency period? What actually happened in this after the revocation of emergency? It was under JP's direction and guidance of Janata Party. This party was voted in power and became the non-Congress party to form a government at the center in India. In the Lok Sabha election, Mrs. Indira Gandhi and her son Sanjay Gandhi and most of her loyal followers lost their Lok Sabha seats. Thus, Congress was reduced to just 153 seats in Lok Sabha, and thus Janata Party backed the Sabha seats with the Congress with 47 seats and gave it a massive majority. With Morarji Desai, thus became the first non-Congress Prime Minister of India. Morarji Desai was given the seat of the first non-Congress Prime Minister of India. There are certain possible reasons given for the starting of the emergency period. There are the first reason what is given. The first reason is after the proclamation of emergency on 25th June 1975, there were certain activities of the central government also given. In that, Mrs. Indira Gandhi had been described as a dictator. Who is a dictator? Whose orders had to be followed by the people, and people demands are nowhere in that dictatorship. So, in the world, in this situation, she was determined to prove that she was not to be withheld or to be challenged by any other authorities. Internationally, it was stated, it was declared also that she was very much conscious of her public image or world image, which she wanted to restore back. The political situation had changed and the opposition was in the power with the landslide of the majority. Thus, the emergency was still in effect and she could not change the past laws. In this situation, there was an overnight decision taken and she then called for the emergency and resigned the next day on 22nd March. In 1971, the central government under Indira Gandhi enacted a controversial law for the maintenance of the Internal Security Act MISA, giving and enforcing the emergency powers with all respects. This power was very frequently misused by enforcing authority and created anti-government mentality among the people. Thus, her own department did a survey and intimated her with she held the election during emergency and she could not return to power. But the Indian people played historic role and through her government even enough the emergency was still existing. There are certain questions in the worksheets I have given today. Solve it. In the previous worksheets also some questions, solved questions I have given you, and some questions I have given you like first general election, impact of that. So in the book it is given you part wise, only that sufficient you can do. More than this nothing to write from your book. Those first general election questions, the impact and result is very well given by heading topics. Now in today's worksheet, I am giving you the discussion over the short questions related to the topics which I have done today. Those are who succeeded Lal Bahadur Shastri as Prime Minister of India, who was Morarji Desai, all inside questions related to your topics only. Which party emerged as the main opposition party during this period? Who was K. Kamraj? Who passed the bank nationalization ordinance? Who was Sanjeeva Reddy? Who was V.V. Giri? And who raised the slogan Garibi Hatao? Who wanted to develop closer ties with the Soviet Union? Which party supported Mrs. Indira Gandhi during the split? Who was Kanu Sanyal? Who was Charu Majumdar? These are short basic questions you should have knowledge of. Okay. What was Naxalite movement? Who gave the call to the common people? So these all are the vital small questions. When small, you can tell a type of objective questions also. Very small answers are there with this related to these questions. So you can attend this, you do it, solve it. Otherwise, in next worksheet also, I am going to give you the answers for these questions which are related to your lesson till taught as according to your revised syllabus also, what is given in your ISC revised syllabus, current syllabus. Follow that and then study, and please keep on reading the lesson properly. Don't skip the pages, only the deleted parts which are there in ISC, that you have to leave, others you have to read it. You have to keep yourself with the full practice of writing the notes. And in fact, the short questions also which I am giving, it is very important, and it is also related to your lesson. Remember it, it is also related to your lesson which you are following with a very proper order. You are following with from chapter 1, which is giving you help and to understand, and start writing the answers in the copy. Please make the practice. Please maintain a copy and write all the answers which are given to you in your worksheet, and please follow it and try to write it that in the copy. Complete it. You have to complete and do it in your copy. In this way you will be able to practice the answers. You will be having the practice of writing the answers properly, and your habit of writing will also not go. Nowadays I am talking to students, they are only interested with asking only short questions means it will come or not. No, please keep a habit of writing few detailed analysis topics also. You should have a detailed analysis in your mind related to the topic. So keep on reading the lesson. Keep the habit of reading. Question if from anywhere is asked from inside related to your syllabus, I am saying, if the question is asking from anywhere, you are well prepared to answer those questions properly. So I am very confident. Keep on reading the lesson. I am telling again and again. Okay, keep on practicing. Thank you. In the next class, I will come up with the new topics and discussions of your worksheet questions with proper answers. You will get there, and thank you.